Welcome to Bearing It All with Rose and Chrystal.
Where the conversations get real, emotions run raw, and nothing is filtered.
Buckle up because we're bearing it all, deep diving into everything from motherhood to mental health and everything in between. We want to get to know you, each other, and our bodies, and things are going to get spicy.
Real spicy. Are you ready for it?
Let's do it.
I'm saying it. You know how many bloopers I've got from the start of our episodes?
It's cute.
Welcome back to Bearing It All. Thanks, Cierra, so much for joining us. We have Cierra Stone today.
Cierra Stone, take me home to the place where I belong.
I thought it was home.
No, it's where I belong.
I thought it was taking me to
Anyways,
home.
the place that we belong right now is, let's talk about OnlyFans.
Yes, we're excited. We're intrigued. I'm sure we're not the only ones that are intrigued.
No way.
We have questions.
Wait,
Am
we
I the
talk
first?
about this on a daily.
Yeah, am I the first OnlyFans girl?
You are.
Yes.
Okay, great.
This is why we've got all the questions for you.
Yeah.
We've got clients that come into the salon all the time and talk about their OnlyFans accounts, and we literally sit there with our mouths open like, tell me more.
And sometimes, like, you know, cost of living, I'm like, I'm going to get on OnlyFans and sell something, sell my feet.
You're not going to do that.
No, I will never sell my feet.
Tell us about OnlyFans and how did you get into it?
So I think what you guys were saying is actually one of the biggest mistakes that people think about OnlyFans. is
What's that?
I'm just gonna go start an OnlyFans and I'm gonna make bank.
Yes.
It is such hard work.
Yeah.
Like people think the only barrier that you have to cross is that you decide you're going to sell yourself naked and that's it. Once you decide you're okay with that, you're rich. It does not happen.
But you've
That's
also got to
right.
build an audience. It's
Yeah.
like a social platform. So technically you've got to build your following.
You got to sell
harder.
yourself, right?
Yeah,
Like,
harder than any other platform. Like
Okay.
on Instagram, you can pop up on people's feeds. Facebook, you can be
it's not-
recommended, but OnlyFans, if they aren't looking for you, they can't find you.
So then how do
right.
you promote yourself?
You can promote yourself and it's really hard to promote yourself everywhere. Like Instagram, you can't mention it. TikTok, you can't mention it. Like everything is really strict. You can promote through other girls and tag in each other's pages. But you can't use the word OnlyFans. to
I
do
did
it
not
anywhere.
know that. And I swear to God, I've seen it.
Oh, I've seen it.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen titties on Instagram and I'm like, how the F did you slide there?
I know. I've seen,
People do get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially like much bigger accounts.
yeah.
We have this conversation all the time because Rose will just show herself in like an undie set and she'll get blocked. And I'm
I
like,
get banned on the day.
and I literally send her a photo. I'm like, this girl titty out and she's fine.
I know. I think we saw someone in a gaffer tape outfit. Like it was a tape, underwear and brass.
Is
like
it that Black Tape Project?
Yes.
Oh, wait, no, this wasn't. This was another one. Remember I sent you it and it was just her nipples were like blurred out. And I was like, but it's still the full thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's the algorithm picks up like a certain amount of skin, and I think I got a little bit more than her.
Probably. I
There's
don't
a
know.
bit more of me to love.
I don't know. I saw that photo. I'm not sure.
Okay, how did you get started on OnlyFans? Like, what made you take the plunge and say, "Fuck this! I'm gonna like get some money for my bud"?
So I've been skimpying for a long time, like
Okay.
9 years now. So I was always like comfortable, like being naked and being in a room. And when OnlyFans came along, probably, I don't know, whatever amount of years ago, it was really like forbidden in our industry. Like people didn't like it when we joined OnlyFans because all of a sudden we're telling guys at work they can look at us, but that's it. They're not to sexualize us. And then OnlyFans comes along and girls are like, now you can sexualize me. And I was actually one of those girls that was like, we can't do this. And the more time went on, I'm like watching all the girls doing it and I'm thinking, if I don't jump
But
on
wait,
that
why?
train-
I'm confused. So hold a minute. Because I would think working as a skimpy, you are sexualized, right?
Yeah.
How do you, how is, yeah.
It's like
Tell me.
skimpying is like entertainment, like party starting, like, you know, you walk in and you're the vibe of the party and that's what it's all about.
Mm.
And they can look but not touch.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's no extras involved, really,
No, ever.
ever.
And if somebody was to ever ask me about my sex life, I'd smack them, you know?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I think there's been other parties that people have been to where it's like a bit different.
Well, they can pay for more.
Yeah.
So in different states you can.
Oh,
And probably
what, in Perth you're not supposed
No,
to?
no, you're not supposed to.
Well, that does not happen in Perth.
Oh.
I've heard all sorts.
stories too, but I've never seen it with my own eyes.
Right, okay. And you actually own a skimpy company?
No, for a few years I did.
Oh, right, okay.
But not anymore.
Not anymore. Okay, so now you work for somebody or
I
how does it work?
freelance.
You freelance?
Freelance, hand out my own business cards, and then I'll contract through a couple of agencies,
Mm-hmm.
especially for the pub work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so interesting. So then, okay, so you were like no to OnlyFans.
Yes.
And you told your girls no to OnlyFans.
I was just like, I didn't tell anybody else not to do it, but I was really behind we can't do this to our industry.
Yeah,
train.
okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
And
So then what made you
So,
change?
when did she jump ship?
So who's my best friend now, Rosie, she's an English girl. We decided to go on a holiday and it was during COVID. You can't go to Bali, you can't fly anywhere. So we went to Darwin. And when we were in Darwin, the borders shut and we were like, well, fuck.
You're stuck.
Sorry, can I
Yeah.
curse?
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Oh my God, we're talking about anything here.
Rose's favourite word is the C word. So,
Yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're like stuck up in Darwin and we're like, shit, we can't get back in. We decided to go to Queensland and I'm like starting to panic. I can't get back to work. What am I going to do? And she's like, how many times do I have to tell you start an OnlyFans? And I'm like, I don't know. And she's like, you're already selling pictures of like, because I was through Snapchat and stuff. I was already selling butthole pics, shower pics.
Yeah,
She's like,
okay.
what's the difference? And I'm like,
Yeah.
I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's different. And she was like, just do it. Within the first few days, I'd done it. And I was like, why did I not do this?
Sooner.
It's because you had that like I'm a hypocrite thing. I bet
Yeah.
ya. You're like,
Yeah.
fuck, I already said I wasn't going to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, I do that on a daily. I'm like, I said I wasn't going to do that, but I'm going to do it.
Yeah. So you've started. And so how many years has it been since you've been on OnlyFans?
I would say almost 3.
And success level.
So the success is like a direct result of the effort that you put in.
Yeah.
And not all the time. Sometimes you get lucky. Like, you know the way you'll just make a TikTok and it goes viral. And it's the stupidest TikTok ever. And then you make a lot of effort with other TikToks and nobody looks
Yeah.
at them. It's literally like sometimes it's luck and you can get lucky and it can happen. But a lot of it is consistency, hard work. Like it's a full-time job.
Yeah.
Do you have your videos or photos professionally taken?
No.
Okay.
So I used to try and do a lot of professional stuff because I thought
That's
More money?
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not. It's the homegrown, authentic stuff. Like
Mm-hmm.
the selfies in the mirror, the hand holding, like it's authentically you in a room by yourself.
Yep.
It's funny that because we also we always think like, you know, if we go and do a photo shoot or, you know, whatever, it's going to be better. But it's true. Sometimes like the things that you maybe put the less effort in
I agree.
can also go viral.
My videos and stuff on OnlyFans where I have no makeup, no fake tan, and you know, my little descriptions are like all me, no filter, it's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
like,
because they
so-
want to feel like they're,
With the girl next door. They're not with somebody that's plastic fantastic.
but maybe not even in like it's like in the porn sense, maybe like they feel it's more real.
because then they'll go to Pornhub.
Yeah.
If you want a porn star,
Like-
go to Pornhub.
And I
you
feel
know?
that's weird because I'm like, OnlyFans essentially is like
porn
porn,
place?
Yeah.
or like, you know, but it's almost
Is
more.
it I know some
Yeah.
girls are professional porn stars on there for sure. But,
Yeah.
like, I'm definitely not.
Okay.
But I think that maybe that's like they want a bit more authenticity.
okay.
People there.
Questions. So you create content and post the content onto OnlyFans. Then it's kind of like TikTok. People are scrolling.
So
How does it work?
I would say the actual forum is more like Facebook. Like you have
Okay.
your Facebook profile,
Yeah.
and they go on your profile. But to go on your profile, they have to pay or subscribe.
Right.
And then you have a timeline full of photos.
But how do they find your profile? Is it like they're scrolling and they just see something?
There's no scrolling. There's no finding.
That's what she's saying.
Oh,
there has
that's
to be
what I'm
promotion. So
saying.
you do have to have a TikTok.
What the
So
hell?
yeah, TikTok and like multiple TikToks, Instagram, but I
Oh,
can't
Lord.
post the link to my OnlyFans on my Instagram. I have to
You have to ask
use,
them
like,
to private DM you?
like
or?
a third party like traffic website. So they
Like
have
a
to
link
click
tree
the,
or something,
like,
yeah.
link
Oh
tree and
my
then you
God. Yeah. That sounds like work.
It is.
That sounds like I'm already over it.
Yeah,
And also, the content that you put up on Instagram or TikTok has to be a taste, but can't be too sexualized,
Yes,
or else you'll get
because you're going
kicked
to get
off
blocked
the
or
platform.
shadow banned.
yes.
Oh,
And if they get a sniff of the fact that you're OnlyFans, like
You're
your page
gone.
is gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Seriously.
They're making it real hard for girls to get some money.
I lost my Snapchat with 8,000 subscribers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I've heard they're really strict on Snapchat. I heard they're like real crackdown on any kind of like naughtiness that's going on.
Yeah, it was devastating, and I actually seen my sales plummet. I would say within the next 2 months, my sales took an absolute
Because they
nosedive.
knew that they could find you there, but if they wanted extra content, they can go and find you on OnlyFans after.
I've got a friend that only makes money through Snapchat. She just sells video. She has like private
I had
groups or
no
something.
idea.
I don't know how it works, but she has like private groups. She'll post a video in and then the group pay. I don't know how it works, but anyways, she's making a lot of money off Snapchat.
I made heaps of money off Snapchat. I was devastated when I lost it.
Oh my
Right.
God.
Okay, so out of all the platforms, what obviously Snapchat and OnlyFans, which do you prefer, and how much more money do you make on either? Like, do you make more money off one
No, I
or
make more money on OnlyFans.
way more money on OnlyFans?
Yes.
Okay.
So what are we talking figures-wise here?
So I would say when I started, I had no idea how fast it was going to go. I would say I had 100 subscribers within 24 hours, and I was like, it's great, you know?
Yep.
You're talking 100 subscribers, $15 US per subscriber.
Yep.
It climbed really fast. And
Is that a week or a month? Or
that was just like
Per
the first
person.
24 hours.
So each person that signs up, they pay $15 US.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
what's
that's
that?
just a sign-on.
$30 Australian.
Ish.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 25,
But then
something like that.
do they continue that subscription?
It's up to them.
Ah.
And it's kind of like Netflix. If they
And how
sign
long is
up,
that? Every
they
what?
forget.
Monthly?
It gets kind of complicated because you can, you know, I can give out like free trials. Like I can say, here's, like I've done it before. I'll say, here's a link for you and your friends from your football team for a 6 months free trial.
Mm-hmm.
So it will show that those 30 guys are my fans, but not all of them are paying.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so once they're subscribed, then they have to still pay for content?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah.
So they're only subscribing. You ain't giving away anything, honey.
That's
they
it.
got to pay for the content.
Everything is extra.
Yeah.
So that's
You
your
want a foot
timeline
rub?
and
No.
what you put on there. And if you decide to put full blown porn on your timeline,
That's up to
that's
you.
what you get. But if you decide you're only putting bikini pics on your timeline, that is.
I mean,
also
that's
up to
smart,
you.
right?
That
Like, why
is.
give away everything?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then pay extra for the extra things that you decide.
Okay. So then when you get the mystery like requests, are they DMing you? Like, is that a DM?
Yes. So it's
Oh,
like a
right.
conversation. I would say essentially the subscription price is to read the messages that you're sending out.
Ah,
And you
to get your attention, so to speak.
they're like locked. So if you two are my fans and I send out a message being like, "Good morning, check out my tits,"
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
you can't see what's behind it
Unless
see the
you.
price and you unlock it. It takes the money from your card and now you can see my tits.
Hey.
Gotcha.
Okay.
This is so interesting.
So when did you start seeing some really good money? I want to know
So I would
deets.
say straight away. I seen it good enough money that I was like, holy fuck, this is great, especially because I wasn't working. I was like, this is going to be easy. Me and my girlfriend were getting hotel rooms. We were going out. I was like, this is crazy. Like,
Yeah.
and we're
The
doing
content
fuck
was happening
all.
so easy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So just tell me how much money.
I would say when I started, it was like around 4,000 US a month
Okay.
that I was like getting.
Yeah.
Which is 1,000 US.
Well,
a
maybe
week.
7,000 Australian a week.
No,
No, hold a minute. 4,000
4,000
US
isn't
a
double?
month?
a month.
Oh, a month.
It's almost double. So it's
Yeah.
like what? 7?
8.
But
Yeah.
for me, like that was crazy to me. Like,
Because you're just doing what you're already doing, but you're taking photos, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when I really like started to study, I paid for lots of courses. Like I really started to study the platform,
Yeah.
learn all the ins and outs. I started making schedules. I started making like I had a calendar just for when I was going to do stuff, edit stuff, post stuff, take
It's-
stuff. It became a full-time job.
It is. It's the social media for porn.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then I'm, getting up and I'm checking my schedule and I'm making 3 TikToks on 3 accounts every single day. I'm posting 3 times on Instagram a day. I'm doing my Snapchat ones. I'm organizing photo shoots. I'm organizing my own content. I'm editing. I'm choosing my outfits. I'm hiring studios. Like I am.
There's
just
a lot of work,
Go,
yeah.
go. And then I've seen it climb up to around 20 grand
Whoa.
Jeez.
Wait, 20 grand US or 20 grand Australian?
Australian.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. A month.
Yeah.
That amazing.
I'm working that out in my head. I'm like,
I feel, it's about 5 grand a week.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, Rose found somebody that was like sitting on cakes.
And I was like, I can do that.
And it was just her, like, I think she was nude sitting on cakes and all different cakes. Like, you could request a cake. And I was
Well,
like,
she was
Rose, you could
actually-
sit on a cake.
I was like, I will sit on a cake.
I'm pretty sure she would eat it too if you
No,
paid
I
enough.
think she was in there was an article about her. I don't know if it was on Daily. I cannot.
I've heard about
Was
this
it?
case.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just sat on cakes. And I genuinely don't think from memory of the article that she
Did
her face
anything-
was visible
it
at
was
all.
just cake, like her
It's
butt and cake.
It's
And
butt, cake of choice and underwear of choice. So they might even send her the underwear or they'll tell her, I want red velvet for some reason.
Yeah.
What is the strangest request that you have gotten?
I actually get asked this all the time, and I'm going to go ahead and say I don't get asked anything too out of the box. Like, nothing where I've ever been like,
maybe not to
"Whoa,
you
what
though.
the
Maybe
fuck?"
to us it might be like a bit, ooh.
Maybe. Like, I've had some, like, stepmom stuff.
Okay.
Oh, stepmom
like,
stuff.
You pretend to be my stepmom, and I'm like, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
That's
you're not
some
related.
kinky like
Yeah.
shit going on. You want to fuck your stepmom?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I've, like, really learned, like, it's really, like, opened me up to when people ask me for stuff like that, accept it.
Yeah.
Not look at it like, oh, what the fuck? Like,
Not judging
like,
it.
really accept it. And I'm like, that's what they want to do. As long as it's not past the line of what I can do, I'm here for you. I'm going to make
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
Did you do the stepmom role?
I didn't do the stepmom one.
Oh, okay. Because I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck do you do for that?
No, I felt, I did, like, personally, I felt a little bit awkward. Like,
Because,
saying
yeah,
it.
like
So-
that's,
Hey, son.
you naughty boy. I told your dad I was going to discipline you.
Yeah, I didn't want to step into that role, yeah. But
Hey, I can do
of
this
the
shit.
time-
I was like, that was a little bit too good, mate. Like, I was buying it. I was like, hey, mummy.
I'm going to spank you.
But I do it at work all the time. Like, I joke, like, because sometimes I'm working, like, skimpy work, and, like, these kids are 18, 19, so I'm, like, saying, like, call me mommy, like, if you're going to speak to me. And I think that's funny and it's
Yeah.
bantery.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel about a video going out there and being there.
Yeah, it might come
Yes.
across as
Yeah.
something else.
Yeah.
Is it a protected platform? So, like, you can put a video out there and it's not going to be, how do we know that someone's not videoing that
They're
video?
all watermarked.
Okay.
And you can get I think it's called a DMCA protection. But if you turn it on, it gives you problems. And I'm I'm really loose with my OnlyFans. I'm really loose with what I talk about. Everybody knows what I do. I've never hidden it. And I am very aware of whatever I put out there,
May
my
get put
parents
somewhere.
could probably see it.
Yes.
So I have to be okay no matter what it is. So I personally don't mind, but I'm like, even if the screen is protected or it's watermarked, I know people can remove the watermarks.
Yeah.
I know people can put a phone on a phone and record it.
Yeah.
Even if you can't screen record it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly right.
You have to be prepared.
This is the thing, right? If you're going to open an OnlyFans account,
You got to be.
with anything, if you're going to show your titties on Instagram, you have to know that your dad might see it. Like, it is what it is.
And then it's the internet that could be there for a lifetime. Like, stuff doesn't go away. You put it online. Let's be
this
real.
is why
It'll
we're not
pop up
ready
somewhere.
for it.
You have to like full commit.
Yes.
If I was going to do it, you would never see my face.
But do you know what? That's one of my favorite things about OnlyFans, and one that made me cross the line of doing it, is you can block a whole country. So I have Ireland blocked.
Oh,
again,
that's so good.
yeah, there's
so you
ways
could block
around it.
Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could just target America, wherever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just opened my eyes.
Sign me off.
I'm like, no one in America or Afghanistan is going to know who I am.
Yeah, I just had this fear that like my dad or my brother would be at work and they know I do OnlyFans. I wouldn't say they're like, yeah, get it. Like,
Yeah.
But like, what if one of their
they
friends,
know
right, is like,
I'm-
hey, isn't this your sister?
I didn't want them saying
Yes.
that in changing rooms, locker rooms. Like, I didn't want them to feel embarrassed. Like,
Yeah.
And of course, people at home still know I come from a small town. It is the talk of the town sometimes,
All right.
but nobody can say, look.
Yeah,
That's
because you've got
exactly
it blocked.
Right. That's
Yeah.
right. It's just a little bit of protection for them.
Yeah.
But
in
could
some
they open
ways.
an OnlyFans account and put their country or something else?
There is like ways around it, but fuck, if they're going to go to
Like,
that much
that's a lot,
effort,
but-
you deserve to see it. Like,
That's exactly right.
That's
Yeah.
He's worked hard for that.
Yeah.
If you're
Okay.
going to go to the bother of getting VPNs and everything, like, you really want to see my vagina, like, here you go, sir.
Okay. So, what do you sell? Like, are we selling videos and photos, or are we selling pee in a jar? Like, let's get real here, because
So,
I've heard
OnlyFans-
shit.
Yeah,
you
we've
can't
all heard
sell pee. You can't do pee. You can't do blood.
You can't do-
any bodily fluids
Yes.
on OnlyFans. But I have sold pee videos on Snapchat,
Yeah.
which is why I'm really sad that my Snapchat's gone.
So it's gone now completely. You can't get it
Gone,
back.
I can't get it back.
Restart one, babe.
I can't even get the Snapchat app on my phone.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
What the hell? How?
It's
Like
they
you're blocked.
recognize my IP address or whatever.
Oh.
I am banished.
Sneaky fuckers.
Very banished. So when we're talking pee
Buy a
videos,
new
you're
phone.
talking in the shower.
Buy another phone.
I have. I don't know. I feel like I'm butthurt from it, you know?
yeah.
Like, it took me, I would say, most of my skimpy career to build up those 8,000 followers.
Yeah, I know. But
That's why you
still, if
gotta
there's
have
some cash
multiple
flow there, I would be like onto that. Okay, so you sold
Pee?
a video of you peeing in the shower.
Yeah, multiple
mean-
times.
Wow.
Who doesn't do that anyway?
Yeah.
So yeah, this guy was like, "Will you pee in the shower for $200?" And I'm like, "Are you kidding? I've been pissing for free for my whole life. Like, of course, sign
But
me
did you do
up."
it really sexy? I'm like trying to get this
No,
image of you
no.
like weeing in the shower.
That's what I went in and put my phone on the floor and just squatted, and I was like,
Oh, I was picturing like you like sensually
No.
touching yourself while you're peeing. Yeah, I don't know what I was
I mean,
thinking.
if he had have said you have to do that, I probably would have tried.
Oh,
To be
okay.
honest, I'm not a super sexy person. Like,
I've seen your Instagram, honey. I think you're pretty sexy.
I would say I'm more of like a goof or like a little.
Have a
bit
look. There's a photo of her
playful.
sitting on a kitchen bench, and I'm like, ha ha ha. Hello.
That's directed. Someone told me to sit like that. Yeah.
I'm like, hello, Cierra
By
Stone.
myself, I'm like, oh fuck, I don't know what to do.
Yeah. I'm
I've
like,
seen it.
I could not be sexy if I tried. Like, I'm like, I'd prefer to be goofy. It's easier.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
more authentic.
Yeah.
I like to be sexy.
Yeah, you could probably pull it off. Like, I've seen you like your poses.
I
and
slid
you're
off a
like, now,
counter at work with hair. What are you talking about?
That's my point. I feel like this could be your next job, mate.
Well, who knows?
This is actually just a session to convince
This
Crystal
is
to do OnlyFans.
Pretty much. I just could never have my face on there. Maybe one day. We'll see.
You can
Who wants
do
to sign
faces.
up? $5 a subscriber?
We'll pee in the shower.
So have you had any requests for like underwear or like,
Yes.
so wait, hold a minute. You can sell underwear, right? Is that allowed?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm almost
Or you're not sure.
sure.
Yeah, because
I'm almost sure.
I feel like 50% of our clients are like, I've sold my G-banger.
Yeah, I sell my underwear at pubs. I sell my friends' underwear at pubs.
Wow.
Yeah, like if they're like, I love Rosie, she wants to sell me her underwear, I'm like, I'll get it for you. I'll take it out for laundry.
What is men's obsession though with underwear? Do you get it?
How would I know?
Do they smell it? Like, I don't
They
know.
must sniff it. I'm just wondering, like, what are you doing with this underwear? Are you wearing it? Are you smelling it? Are you licking it? Like, what are you doing with it?
Whatever gets them off, mate. If to, you know,
But I
had
find
this
it interesting.
conversation, Yes, because someone was like, I actually think that's pretty feral that you're doing that. What do
Yeah,
you think?
it's
you're doing
weird.
with it?
I
And
mean,
was
I
like,
get it, but
not
it's
my
weird.
business.
It's strange. It is a bit of a strange request from somebody. Hey, I would like to buy your underwear.
Never asked.
but then
like-
I mean, I'm like,
I feel like it's not my business.
Yeah.
You want to give me money? That's enough for
Do
me.
you ask what they're going to do with it though, or not?
no.
Can you next time ask? Because I'm curious. I just want to know, like, do they have a drawer full of like skimpy underwear, and they're like, this is this hot chick, and this is this hot chick. Like, what are they doing with it?
I don't know. It's all a bit crusty and old. I think they're just refreshing maybe the collection occasionally.
Got no idea, but those girls are keeping their bits clean. Like, let's be honest here. I can't
don't know.
imagine that
Have you
their
ever
bits are
worked on a
stinky,
boat for
right?
16-hour days and 40 degree.
Oh shit.
Like all day.
yeah, so your bits are sweaty.
Yeah, I have a really gross story, but I don't know if you guys.
Oh,
no, okay, I
The
want
grosser
it.
the story, the more I want to know.
Yeah.
I was like, why would you start with that? Of course I want to know what it
Okay.
is.
It's pretty
Tell us.
wild, pretty feral. So me and like a couple of my friends were in Kalgoorlie for like a week away. We're all working. We're all like wearing each other's clothes, and one girl set and she's like, "Oh fuck's sake, your knickers are crusty," and she's like, "Whatever." So she wears the other girl's crusty knickers
Yeah.
to the pub, and then the next day, like one of us done it. And then so on this third, actually I wore it on the last day, but I put my own underwear underneath and then put the crusty underwear on. It was
Yeah.
a really nice set.
Why didn't you guys just quickly hand wash it?
I don't know. It started being this like funny, like haha.
Oh my
triple cross.
God.
All I can say is they're going to be catching some
But
stuff.
I was at the till and I'm just standing there like putting my order through and I just feel my garter belt unclipping and I look and one of the girls is there and she's just pulling my underwear down. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, they're paying to sniff our triple crust underwear down there.
Oh,
Nice.
triple crust. That sounds like a good pizza order.
Yeah, the triple crust, extra cheesy. Sorry. I'm like, actually, you know what?
I just pictured like this rock hard cardboard crutch undies.
I feel like this is what they'd sound like, guys. I'm just going to go to piece. How much do you want to pay?
What did they pay?
I can't remember, but I will never, ever, ever get the image out of my head where I am looking down this bar and my friends over the bar like this, and the guys are like,
Oh, they're sniffing it.
I was like, that's so funny.
Oh dear
It
God.
was so great.
Hey, look, I'm pretty I can handle a gross conversation, but that made my stomach turn.
Do you know what though? I had a friend who caught her husband sniffing her knickers out of the laundry basket.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
But it was her husband.
Yeah, I know, but still, if I caught Davin sniffing my knickers, I might be freaked out. I
Guys,
don't know.
imagine seeing like your boyfriend's jocks on the floor and being like, I'm going to
Sniff that. I would never. I would die.
No.
I rewash stuff. I don't even know if it's clean or dirty. I just put it straight back in the wash. I'm too scared.
Yeah.
I don't want to. What if you just...
I could never. I don't know. Like, if I caught Davin sniffing my laundry, I think I would be mortified.
I don't think I would anymore.
You don't?
I've become
you've
so
seen it and heard it.
desensitized. Like even with the girls, like, you know, when I started doing the skimpy work, I was like, I think I can do topless, you know?
Mm.
And then I was like, I can never do nude. And I remember being in the room with the girls nude I couldn't stop staring at their vaginas. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is crazy. They're
But
just
you
walking
get
around with their
desensitized.
vaginas.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, can you check like the back of my flaps, make sure there's no toilet paper in there, girl? And they're like, yeah, you're all good, hon. Like,
Yeah. It just becomes a body, doesn't it,
so,
after?
yeah, it's so normal now.
See, I think that's really...
So
Yeah.
when you go to a party, are you clothed or do they request from the beginning naked? Or is it like you're clothed and then you're paid to take it off?
So yeah, I rock up there with clothes on.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'd be surprised, like, because I like to wear like really slutty like dresses to
Yeah.
work. So when I walk in the door, they're like, yes, like they're excited. And sometimes when you go in and get naked and come out, they're like, oh, we like to dress. Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's the
It's the element of
imagining.
surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. And would you say majority of the skimpy work that you do is requested to be naked? Like, would you say that majority,
I
or
would
they?
say a lot of it is topless.
Okay,
Yeah, but it always ends up, most of the time, it ends up being naked.
men like boobs, anyways, don't they? Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
And you're wearing a G-string most of the time, so they can see the butt.
Yeah. And then on OnlyFans, is it relatively the same? What sort of requests are we talking here?
OnlyFans, it's more like the more you do, the more money it is.
So it's
The
more like the acts.
And the more you say you're not going to do it, the more they're willing to pay.
Gotcha.
So there's certain things that you're probably like holding off that
For
I'll never do.
At least a year, I wouldn't sell porn.
Gotcha.
And I never, ever thought I would. I was like, no, never, not doing it.
Okay, this is where I got to ask. When you say I wouldn't sell porn, what is the definition of that?
I mean, like, porn with a boy.
Okay.
Like you having sex
Yeah.
with somebody,
Yeah. I
or
was
like
like-
doing sexual things with a
I
boy.
was like,
With
I
a-
could
with a
never.
partner, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the more I said no, the more they're like, we'll pay hundreds of dollars.
And so that's almost a reason to hold off and say that I have those limits.
But I really believed that they were my limits. I believed I was never
Yes.
going to do it. And then, don't we all, well, I don't know if we all do, but like you make videos at home. You make home videos.
So you were kind of curious, right?
One time I was like, hey, do you mind if I sell that video that we made? It's for a lot of money.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hold on a second. And I started sending it out to all my fans. Boom, boom, boom. Like I was.
Wow.
And
What about just like self stuff? Like, do you find that works?
So like dildo videos and stuff.
Yeah, like you with just yourself
So
doing
this
stuff.
This is going to sound like almost unbelievable. Like you might not believe me. I had never used a dildo until I used one for OnlyFans.
Wow.
and how old were you?
It was like
Now.
18 months ago.
She'd never. She's like me.
Yeah, I had. I
She's a freshie.
didn't masturbate.
I don't.
didn't use
I
dildos.
see another high five.
I-
There are women out there who
I'm not
don't.
saying I'm
No,
not
I'm
saying
just
you need.
like-
I'm not saying you need to use a
Because
dildo. I'm
sometimes
just
I feel
saying
abnormal. Everyone's like, "What do you
No.
mean you don't?" I'm like, "I just haven't felt the
I had
need."
to learn. If I had to learn from my best friend how to use a dildo.
She Googled it. She went on Google and how do you get yourself off with a dildo?
You don't. I just feel like self exploration is important.
We know you're an advocate for it.
Yes,
and
I
I
am.
love you for it. I absolutely
I'm
love
not
you
saying
for
use
it.
a toy though. I'm not saying. I'm saying
You're
like.
just any kind of pleasure.
I'm like, I'll use one of your words. We just got a fandangle
oh my
down
God.
there. Flip
I
the
thought you were
bean.
going to say, I'll use any of your toys. I thought that's what was going to come
You
out of
just
your
told
mouth.
me you had no toys.
I don't have any toys.
Maybe we should buy Crystal's.
Oh,
This has been a running joke.
Crystal's first dildo.
Not joking. This has been a
No,
running
I
joke. For
reckon-
Secret Santa, everyone's like, I'm going to buy you a vibrator. And I'm like, still
I
haven't
reckon
seen
you
it.
need. I reckon you need the little oyster that I just had.
The little shell.
The little essential vibe. She's a beauty.
I just don't know. I don't know. Let's see. All right. I'm not going to say no. Who knows?
She's not going to say no if it just rocks up in a
It
Santa
just
sack.
never crossed my mind. But then when the girls were like, we make heaps of dildo videos, I was like, fuck, someone teach me how to use a dildo, you know?
Yeah.
Did it feel weird? Like at first, like what the fuck am I doing?
was surprised how much it actually felt like a dick.
Oh.
Yeah.
But I love that you admitted that because there are, like Crystal said, there's so many people that are like, I've never fucking used a dildo. I don't know if I'm like, should I try one? Should I not? And it just.
Like one of our friends sells glass dildos and they scare me.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Like, no, not even the fact that it's glass, just the look of them. I'm like, oh, that's
I think
scary.
they're so pretty.
Like the,
feel
what is
like
it,
they'd be more
serpent? The
hygienic.
cervix serpent or whatever. I'm like, that bitch is scary.
But they're like more for self exploration. I mean, I reckon they're for partner play too with Rosies, but like they look like you've got to take the time because glass is cold.
Yeah.
You've got to warm it. It's heating, so it'll heat to your body temperature. So you got to warm it up, so to speak.
Wow.
But they are very hygienic.
So then, did you have to go and buy a dildo because you didn't have one in your top drawer?
I had to go dildo shopping.
Was that fun though?
Yeah.
Did you take a friend?
Yeah.
Should have taken me.
You're like, I don't know what I'm looking at.
I got no idea.
I didn't even know like
What am I looking at?
what was gonna. Yeah.
Or what size to buy? Like
I have
how
found
would
that the suction ones are the best.
that you can put on the floor?
Floor, the shower, the wall, whatever.
The wall.
Yeah.
Jesus, mate, you're cooking flexibilities that I don't.
Just sort of all
I
sorts of
was
video
just- my
content
eye-
you could create then. Just stick it and.
Wow.
And on another note, did you see that video of the poor little kid at the beach? He's like, Mom, Dad, I found this big blue jellyfish. It was a fucking huge blue dildo and he was wobbling it and he's like, it's a big jellyfish. And the dad's like losing it laughing. He's like, oh my God, what a huge jellyfish.
How about the kid that and this is like known fact, a kid at a school
Took the vibrator.
Took the vibrator.
And it was a
There was
rocket.
it was the rocket.
I found a rocket in Mum's thing
But
and it vibrates.
it didn't actually look. It didn't look like a dick.
Oh.
It looked
It's
like
the
a bit
old
of
school 1980s vibrator.
It was like a little
I found one in
rocket,
my.
and
oh
the
no, I was about to say
teacher.
something. I probably shouldn't.
No, I know.
I found it in my mum's top drawer
But this kid put it in his school bag, and they were playing a game.
with the
and the
rocket.
teacher had to call the mum, and the teachers couldn't.
Was mortified.
No, was laughing. Was
Oh.
trying.
I was gonna say people laugh now. Like,
was also grossed out.
Depends.
It was
Wasn't
like,
it a Catholic school?
It was like she basically opened up the bag, and I found out through a friend of a friend that like the teacher basically went, "Put it in here, just put it in the bag."
Oh yeah,
me take
I'm
it
not
away.
touching that because I
And
don't
then
know
had
what.
to call the mum, and the mum was like, "Please bury me in the
Yeah.
please just take me out the back and kill me."
Yeah, you
now."
wouldn't know whether to laugh or cry.
A bit of both.
I think I would laugh.
Well, you should. Jesus.
you would, but like what?
Let's be
we're all
honest here, if-
human, yeah.
If Tato took your shell
Oh, the shell.
to
okay.
school and
Oh,
she was like, "Look at my shell,
I'd
I
just say
found
was a
it,"
shell.
you would not.
I
If
would
it was
say-
vibrating,
I would say it's a mouse. It's a mouse fan.
Whereas I'd probably be like, oh, you know, girl.
Nah, it doesn't
We've all
matter.
got them. Yeah.
I'd be like, but it looks so inconspicuous. It looks like a stone. She probably would take
I
it
need
to
to see
school.
this shell.
like you need to hide that shit because she's going to take it to kindy.
My kid would absolutely do something like that to
Show
me,
and
and she'd be
tell.
like, "Look at this, guys," and I'd be like,
And it vibrates. It even has lights.
"Look, it lights up." I'd be like,
Oh wow. Okay. So started to get into dildo porn? Yeah. Dildo porn. And does that make you more money or being with a partner makes you more money? Partner makes more money.
They want to see.
I thought a guy would want to imagine himself with the person rather than watching because
That's where again the homemade stuff comes into it. It's more the handheld, the boy holding the phone.
gotcha.
so they're not necessarily
rather
sick.
than the professional
Oh,
on a
right.
tripod. We're posing. It's like
It's actually
this is
like
what I
in
see.
action.
Yeah.
So they can
Wow.
put themselves in
the
there.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Okay. What's next for you? Like, what are the plans? Like, is this where you're like, do you have any?
You want to build it?
I'm trying to grow my OnlyFans because, and I'm like spending a lot more money on like marketing and like stuff like that because I do want to grow my OnlyFans because I'm meeting girls that are making like hundreds of thousands of dollars
Yes.
a month, and it's just breaking through that barrier of not even OnlyFans, of social media to get the fans to come.
Yeah.
Well,
When
that's
they
where
come.
Anna Paul came from.
When they come,
Can you do a Google ad?
there.
I'm not
Just
sure.
like wondering.
Remember
Like,
the girl that's on the billboard?
Yes, I do.
I was like, fuck's sake, I
What?
wish I'd done that.
hold a minute. She did a billboard.
She put
Yeah,
it.
not
She
far
paid
back.
for herself to be on a billboard. In Perth.
But what was the billboard picture of?
It was a scan of. Wasn't it her
It's
QR code?
her QR code.
You're joking. How did that get allowed?
Well,
Kids would have been scanning that shit.
It was just her in a bikini.
No,
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, you
where
cannot- you
the link
cannot.
just takes you to OnlyFans?
You cannot sign up without being completely verified 18.
Oh,
There's no
right,
way you're
gotcha.
getting on that site.
But it got
but
taken
still,
down.
imagine
the
the like little like 10-year-olds being like, "Oh, what's that?"
Now, people say that billboards don't sell. She sold a lot.
She did.
She made bank,
Yeah.
and then it went viral because it got taken
I
down.
wished I thought of it.
Shit, Rose, let's get ourselves on a billboard.
Not a chance.
No,
People
I'm-
are getting my stuff for free. No, I'm
No,
joking.
I'm talking about for bearing it all. What are you talking about?
Oh, dear God. I was like, Crystal, after all that talk of you like being very interested, I was like, where is this going?
No, babe. I'm saying for bearing it all. Let's get a billboard.
I was like, sweet Lord in heaven.
Do you remember? Well, obviously, do you remember COVID? But the COVID check-ins, the
Yeah.
scanning. So me and Rosie, we were stuck over in Brisbane, and we printed like hundreds of stickers with our QR code.
And you posted them around places.
Everywhere, like nightclubs, construction sites, gyms.
So
when
smart.
when boys went to check in, they're scanning the building, and our OnlyFans is coming up. And we're sitting outside the like construction sites and stuff in slutty gym gear, and they're doing it, and we're watching them all laughing, and we're like,
Oh my God, that is clever. We should do that with Halo.
Well,
We'll
you could.
post the QR code in like toilets and shit and be like,
Yeah.
scan here.
You can have a QR code. They're very. It's so.
Yeah.
You're just giving
easy.
me some ideas.
Marketing ideas for anything.
yeah, and you put them in like girls' toilets, and
Yeah, that's smart. That's super smart for you guys to hit that COVID thing.
yeah, it was great. It was so funny. Yeah.
Oh my God. See, thinking outside the box. But also, too, like, I don't know how you're going to market yourself more because all the platforms nowadays, right, they want to shut down anything that's like remotely sexy.
I've moved to like fully clothed and like podcasts and stuff now.
Yeah.
It's like gaining interest that way.
Yeah.
know?
But you should also do a naked podcast and put it on your OnlyFans.
A naked oh yeah.
Yeah. That could be something different.
Yeah.
I would do it. I would talk about all the random
The
crazy
naked
things.
truth. It's right here, right now.
Yeah. There is a podcast called that, right? Yeah.
It's very.
We're not stealing that name, but
But you know.
watch yourself. Are you copyrighted?
Well, it could be the naked truth with Cierra Stone.
That's
You
right.
heard it here today, guys. No.
So how do you come up with ideas? Like, do you brainstorm? Like, what do you do? Like, is it just random, fluky? What do you?
Yeah, like when I would like got real deep into it, like my whole focus was OnlyFans. Like I was just 24/7, like OnlyFans on the brain, and I'm like, I need to make my bed. Oh, I need to video myself making my bed naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm always taking off my clothes. Oh, I'm gonna video myself getting dressed. I'm gonna video myself eating cereal naked. Like everything. Like I'm gonna video myself vacuuming.
Did that get like
Wow.
taxing though at one stage? Like you were just getting
no,
like
because I was
worn.
into it, and I'm very, very like if I'm not feeling it, I'm not doing it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So when I'm feeling it, I'm videoing everything. Yeah.
I'm just thinking like eating a cupcake naked,
Well, yeah, she
Right.
could do absolutely anything.
eating Chinese naked.
Do you have a partner?
No.
Not at the moment.
No.
She's a single Pringle.
Oh, there
Single
you
but
go.
not ready to mingle.
No. So OnlyFans is the best place to be.
So right now she's doing dildo porn.
Yes. No, it's just me and my dildo.
Well, thank God that
She
18
loves
months
it 'cause
ago
it sticks
she's
everywhere, so it's fine.
Well, she's got all the different types. You could do educational videos.
So some of the girls do. My best friend Rosie, she educates girls like
How to use it.
Yeah.
How to squirt. Okay. What's her OnlyFans?
Yeah, she's awesome. She'll teach you how to.
It was so funny because I was talking to Sierra about my best friend Rose.
Yeah.
No, I was saying like the potty with Rose, and then she was like, "What do you
yeah.
mean, my friend Rose?" And I was like, "No, my friend Rose." I was like, "Wait, Rose is a really good name.
Yeah, no, especially like if they're going to teach you to squirt. Like,
Can you teach?"
can I teach?
Yeah, you know how to squirt.
She would teach her. Yeah.
No, Rose knows how to squirt too.
Yeah, but I'm not going to teach people. But I do have a splash blanket. Highly recommend.
Yeah. Same.
Yes.
Yeah, they're great.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So much, so good.
I do believe everyone can do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
I couldn't squirt on.
I don't know.
years
I still
ago.
think you're like peeing. I don't know. Still weird for me.
Yeah, but
No.
like Rosie Ree says,
It is
if
a
it's
bit of
pee
urine.
and it feels good, who cares?
Yeah.
This might be gross as well. Have you ever smelt your splash blanket? It's not piss.
No,
No, it
I have
doesn't
personally
smell.
smelt my.
don't have one
splash
and never
blanket.
smelt myself after
Yeah,
I've.
It's not pee.
Yeah, because like, I mean, I've been with Craig for 20 years. I was like, I'm going to pee in your face, get away. Like, it's scary.
Don't know. Look, after the last 2
it's
weeks,
not.
I just pee all the time because I had a UTI and I was just literally weeing myself.
you were just
I'm not even
ignoring it,
joking
though.
you. I was like, Rose, I just weed myself again.
And she's like, oh, well, I don't have time to go to the doctor. And I was like, cool, that's great. You're going to end up in hospital. Thank you.
It's okay. I'm all good now.
That's good.
Well, for the next 3 days anyways.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Remember it went away and then it came back? Don't know.
You need to go and have
Anyway, it's fine.
That's another conversation for another day.
Another day. UTI day.
Okay, so what we've got is you're still building your platforms, still going to be, on all the socials, and it's been definitely worth the money.
100%.
But I think in your case, what you've basically told us is that you being open about it with the people that you love and you know and your family and your friends has probably made it easier in some way.
So much easier.
Because-
Even my granny, like, she's one of my biggest fans.
I love that. But
Yeah.
also, like, then because there's people that hide it, and that must feel very, like, it would put a
Scary.
limit because they obviously don't want to be too
it would feel
exposed.
lonely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one to really talk about it to. And then if it comes out, it's going to be shocking to family and friends. Whereas you are an open book and you're basically.
I'm like, take me as I am or not at all. Like, I
We had a
don't care
client last
who you
week
are,
who was like, no one knows that I do skimpy work. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, nobody, only my partner. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah, and I live in a really small town and I'm so worried somebody's going to find out. And I was like, whoa, man, that's bloody scary.
So that's exactly right. And then there's people that have kids and things like that and they're hiding it. And I can imagine that
I'm like, they're gonna find out whether you're open about it or not. And for me personally, I'm like, do I want people being like, oh my God, she does this?
or
Hey, I know you do this.
or she's very open and she does this and so
Yeah.
be it. This
she
is
does
who I
that
am.
and she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to do it, I feel like you need to have that, like, I don't really care. This is what I'm doing and I make more money than you. So
You've got to
Eat some cake.
You've got to own it. Like I watch, is it Lucy Banks? But she's a Perth girl.
I love Lucy.
She's so
she's awesome.
lovely.
Yeah.
And she owns it and she doesn't do it anymore and she's making a new career out of like she's built a business and everything, like a management
I've
business.
worked with Lucy. She's awesome. Yeah.
Lovely, lovely, lovely girl. And she owns the fact that she did it and she owns the fact that she doesn't want to do it anymore. But yeah, she's just unashamedly
Because the people that will shame you anyway. So
Yeah.
you might as well stand there and be like, I don't give a shit.
do you ever get any hate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me.
Do you mean like by people
Just
that, like,
people-
personally know me? Or
Well,
just
I guess
like,
any.
okay.
Like, well, yeah, any. Like people who don't know you, because we all know like keyboard warriors like to say shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Stab 'em.
I honestly, like, TikTok is the worst for bullying. Like, the worst.
it is.
Yeah.
I remember seeing a post once that you put up of like, oh my God, I didn't have makeup on, so who cares?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what
If you
the
do
content.
that, they're just like, you're disgusting, you're ugly. Like,
So you put a photo up of no makeup,
Yeah.
and then people were saying all these things
yeah,
to you.
they're like, can you
Was
wear
it
some makeup?
majority men or was it women as well? Like, do you get hate from
the
both?
hate from men will be about your looks, and
Yeah.
then the hate from women will be
Your body or what you're doing.
more like, can't you get a real job, or
Oh.
like, is that all you can do? Like, and I'm like, yes.
Why are you following me?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like, that's what I was like. I was interested in, like, I think there's two different types of hate. Hate that comes from men is so different than hate that comes from women.
So I like all my life, and everybody has their own insecurities. Everybody.
yeah.
And I've had my insecurities, and they change from time to time. And all my life, at like, it must have been last year, at 33 years old, all of a sudden, all these people on TikTok are like laughing at my forehead, and I'm like, what are you guys laughing at? And
What?
they're, like,
Now I'm
saying
looking at her forehead.
I know,
I'm
and
like-
they're saying I have a 5 head. They're saying you could land a plane on it, and I'm like,
You're like, I've never looked at my
it's
forehead
one
like
thing
that.
I've never looked at and being like,
Yeah,
it's
I don't
like-
look at your forehead and think that ever.
But instead of like, I just ran with it.
But also, I don't really do this. Do you do this? I don't look at somebody and look at them negatively. I always look
No.
at somebody and be like, she's got such, like for me, I look at you and I'm like, she's got pretty eyes and nice teeth. Like I always look at the positives. I never go, she got a huge forehead or big lips or,
And also,
I don't know.
like-
It just never, it never crosses my
But
mind.
even if it crossed your mind, if right? would it then translate to you getting on your keyboard
Never.
or on your phone and
yeah.
actually writing a message?
And that's the thing. I'm like, how sad are these people? So I started going with it. I started replying to the comments. I was putting a crying filter on and being like, I can't believe everyone thinks I had a big forehead.
Yeah.
And for a while, people were falling for it and they thought I was actually crying.
Oh.
So people are like, and then people start to say, you're always crying on here. Stop crying.
you actually can't win.
You can't
No
win.
way,
My dad
man.
started calling me the crying TikTok girl.
Oh my
And
God.
my granny, because I was staying in her house for a while, my granny used to wake up in the morning. She's like, are you going to do your crying thing today?
Was that in Australia or back home?
Yeah, I was back home for a couple of months last year.
Yeah. Okay. And have you had anybody that you actually know who you care about say something really negative and you'd be like, oh my God,
Not to my face.
not to your face?
Not to my face.
It's interesting, isn't it? Like, it's good. You've got a good outlook. The fact that you've told people, the fact that you don't care
Yeah.
enough, and you don't like.
I've had it at pubs. Like
People
face
you
to
know?
face.
You've
Like,
had somebody say
I
something
wouldn't
to you?
say people I know. I would say like people sitting at the bar that will like,
heckle you to your face.
yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Like what kind of comment?
Like I had this, so some, it depends on what they're saying to me, obviously how I react. Sometimes men are really just dumb and they're coming from a place of like genuinely curious, but like they don't realize how bad it is. I had this man say to me one time, you know, your accent, where are you from? Do you have a Greek background? And I'm like, no. And he's like, that's funny because your nose is so big. And I'm like, but I wasn't mad because he was curious.
Why you weren't Greek?
Yeah,
Because he thought the accent was Greek.
yeah,
as well.
because my nose was so big, and I was like, nah, I'm not getting angry at this man. He didn't mean that. But then there's guys, you know, that will say like, oh, you've got cellulite. And I'm like, well, you
Oh my
fuck off.
God.
Yeah.
How do you not punch somebody in the
I
face?
don't.
Have you ever wanted to?
No. But like there is some men and they do it because that's what they want.
They want to write. They want to write.
Yeah.
They want to get you annoyed.
Yeah. I actually had it one time and I don't know what came across me that day, but I was just so calm, collected, and I was like, it's real rich coming from you sitting at the other side of the bar with your fucking gut hanging out, telling me about my body. And he just went, I was like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
So yeah, you sort of fed it back, and he was
Yeah.
probably in shock. That
But also, you're in real life. Like, you're not filtered. Like, what the F? My 10-year-old has cellulite. Everybody has cellulite.
that's why.
And that you get over it.
Yeah. But it's
Yeah.
also why it's so important. It's like, I don't think that every person, not even just men, know that all women have some sort of or some amount of cellulite.
Or a stretch mark or an
I-
imperfection. Like, who gives a fuck?
That's why being real is important, whether that's on OnlyFans
I would
or
say
content.
before this job, if somebody said that to me, I would die and cry.
Yeah.
And
If somebody
now
said
you
it to me
can't say
now, like,
anything to
I
me.
would laugh. I'd be like, yeah, babe, I do.
Yeah.
I got a lot of it.
Yeah. But you got to think, like, for me, when I was 20, I wouldn't be laughing. I'd be like, haha, fuck you. But then I'd be like,
But then also there's these stupid friggin' movies that come out, like the recent Barbie movie, and they're singing about, oh my God, they don't want cellulite.
that
Oh,
irritated you.
That irritated me.
notice.
It irritated me so badly. I was like, why
When she
are
was a real
they
girl, yeah.
talking about this? Like, it actually got under my skin. I was like, I don't really want my 10-year-old looking at that and thinking that it's not okay to have cellulite.
Yeah, like she was a real
I mean,
girl.
in
She
all
was
honesty, Natalia was like, what is cellulite? I was like, good job, babe. What is cellulite?
Well, what is it?
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
I think it's like a balance. Like the more the world gets filters and Instagrammy, it also becomes more like telling everybody that it's okay to look different and be different. I think somehow it's working on both levels.
It is.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, I'm happy about that.
Yeah. We need more of the positivity. Instead of looking at someone's face and seeing negatives, start looking at the positives.
Yeah.
How about that?
I just think like the biggest lesson isn't it like if you don't have anything nice to say, like your mummy and daddy would have told you, you don't fucking say it.
We discussed this last week. Just don't say it.
just
Keep
don't
your mouth
say it.
shut. Stitch it up if you need to.
Oh my God. Think it, baby. You do whatever you
But
want.
sometimes the worst thing you can do is react.
Yeah, it's true.
Because they want the reaction. They
Yeah.
want to upset you. They are not getting on the end of their keyboards because
But also I think that some people, like we discussed, are actually stupid and they don't realise, wait a minute, that's actually hurtful.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah. Like, don't say that. You might think it's funny, but it ain't funny.
Yeah, but even I think there's like you said, there's genuine curiosity
Yeah.
and they don't know.
they don't know. Yeah.
They don't know that question might be offensive.
One of my best friends, she's probably like a size 10. And this guy said to her one time, "Hey, love, you don't have that much cellulite for a big girl." She was like, "I don't know whether to say thank you or like what?"
He probably thought I'm giving you a compliment.
He thought he was saying something nice.
That's like the lady that was like that told me that it's just like, oh, you do a lot of exercise, just go on a Ozempic.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Pardon?
What do you mean? I was like, that's nice.
Like you're wasting your time being at the gym. You might as well just go on Ozempic.
I was like,
how fucking rude.
I don't mind working out.
It's the
but I
endorphins.
didn't. But again, I actually didn't take it bad. She didn't even say it in a mean. She
I
genuinely.
think you were a
didn't
little
say
bit shocked though. You were a bit like,
I was shocked as like
what?
that's someone's first
Thought.
thought.
Mm.
They're like, oh, don't even worry with it. Just you go on and get some Ozempic, love. You'll be right.
No worries. I'll just die of pancreatic cancer.
Oh yeah,
That's what everyone's getting from it.
I don't even know. There's going to be a lot.
I
of
mean, there's no science behind what I just said, just so you guys know. But I heard. Don't come for me.
Well, we don't really know what the side effects are of all of that. Really.
Well, this is what I heard. I heard it's not good for your pancreas. Pancreas? Pancreatitis? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm not a doctor.
We do not give medical advice here on Bearing It On.
Just as a legal reference there. Okay, so what is something that you would say no to? Like definite no, will not go there.
Ooh,
Have you been asked to do a threesome and film it?
I wouldn't.
Okay, there you go.
Oh,
She
I'm a
wouldn't.
very
One lady. One
yeah.
one
I
man
wouldn't
band?
even.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even just go out there and. Get
Okay, what about
romantic.
you with other girls?
I'm just not gay. I wish.
Oh, I know, but just for the content?
I know. I don't know. I just
You
like
can't
you
do
can't
it.
sell
Like
it.
you feel like for yourself you couldn't go there because it just doesn't feel right.
It just doesn't feel right.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I've tried with my best friend, and we sat there and we're like, okay, let's get this video going, and we went in and we're kissing, and the whole time I'm like, this is like
Maybe because it was
and
your
then-
best friend. I mean, I
Yeah.
love you, but I just can't make out with you.
No, I couldn't.
No.
I've never been with a girl though,
Okay.
so I also wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be another box that could open some more dollar signs. I don't know. I'm just putting it
But
out
I
there.
think if
But
it's not authentic
No,
to
that's
you,
right.
then you're not going to be able to sell that in the
Yeah,
way
I
that
don't.
you...
I don't think I
Okay.
can sell it because it doesn't.
so
feel
no
real.
threesomes and no girl on girl. Anything else you would say no to?
Yeah, like anal stuff. I don't shove stuff in my butt.
There you go.
I'm
Good to
gonna
know.
laugh. I don't know, like, because I'm a child, I don't stick things in my bum. Yeah, you probably shouldn't stick other things in your ass. Oh my god!
I'm sure it would be a request though.
but I
Yeah,
have to tell
Men like
things in their
men like the poo-poo hole. I don't know why.
And because I don't do it, they're always saying, well, "Can you stick like a giant dildo in your arse?" And I'm like, "No."
Oh.
I have no interest.
No, but I saw this TikTok video. It was a doctor, and he's openly
Oh,
gay.
yes.
I told you this, and it was Christmas time, and I was losing it, and I still remember it to this day. He had like Christmas ornaments, and he was like, "This doesn't go in your bum, and this doesn't go in your bum." And this, it doesn't go in your bum. So
Yeah.
there were all different things and shapes and bottles. And he was like, basically, if it isn't a proper like sex toy or it doesn't have a stopper, you don't put it in your bum. And it was a big video. So they obviously get it at Christmas.
But also, how many of our clients are nurses?
Oh,
Not supposed to tell us because it's confidential, but they did.
don't
Of
tell us who it
X-rays, no, didn't tell us who. Of X-rays they've seen of people with things up their bums.
that they accidentally slipped. Woo! And
It was the
fell
70-year-old
perfectly.
man that got me. 70-year-old man with a massive dildo up his bum. Like
He was in
what?
severe pain.
Yeah. And then he was like,
Just
I'm just
fell in
gonna
there.
go home.
On the phone.
He first of all, I think he said he was constipated, and then they did an X-ray, and they were
bars
like,
of
"Oh, there's something else up there that you might have had dementia and didn't know you put up there."
Oh God.
he was like, how did that get there?
Yeah, I'm not joking. He was like in denial.
Yeah, well, I think he was a big, burly dude.
Yeah.
He was very, very embarrassed, but in a lot of pain.
Poor guy.
And they have, well, imagine seeing that on the X-ray.
X-ray. You would have been shocked, right? 70-year-old little cute guy waiting in the waiting room. Hold on, he's got a massive blue dildo up his asshole.
Jesus Christ, I can't even.
I think she said that he pooped it out in the toilet.
How do you?
I have no idea.
Shit.
But it was either that or they said to him, we're going to have to operate.
And he made it happen.
And I think he was like, well, I'm going to
Yeah.
shit it out. I don't know.
Oh God.
Anyways.
It was like giving birth out the wrong end.
Okay. So no bum stuff. Okay, good. Now, normally at the end of a podcast, we always have like a fast five.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't even have to be dirty.
I was going to say.
I was like, I think we've gone there.
We've gone there today, but like, what's a fast five that, you know?
What is a fast five?
Fast five
Okay.
is like 5 quick questions that we
Okay.
just shoot at you, whatever sort of comes out of your mouth, the actual
God.
answer. So
Okay.
sometimes we're like, what's your favourite food? Because
Okay.
what are you having for dinner tonight? 'Cause
What's your favourite food?
I feel like I would say dick, but it's not. Like,
What's your favourite food,
you
Dick?
feel like on the spot, and then you just say things like dick, but dick is absolutely not my favourite food. You know?
What is your favourite food other than dick?
Well, when I don't have a dick in my mouth, I like pizza. You know.
Oh,
So you like Italian. On that note, have you been with someone of a certain nationality you find is a great lover?
No.
oh, so any nationality?
Nah.
You don't have a favourite?
No,
I'm
I'm
a favourite
actually,
food.
And I'm actually like super vanilla. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. What is your favorite sexual position?
Missionary, because I'm lazy.
Oh,
I love
mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's either missionary or on top. Me on top.
I'd probably rather just lie there and be fingered, to be honest.
Yeah, that's good too.
Pillow Princess. Love that for you.
Mm,
Except when I'm like performing.
right. Then what is it?
And it's like, like, oh yeah, like what way would you like me to bend? Like,
Oh,
Are you
I'll bend
flexible?
all the ways, yeah.
Yes.
she's flexible.
Flexible, guys.
Me right here, I need a walking frame.
I know. She's got to fix her hip, honestly. I've been saying that for weeks.
I'm pretty sure it's been out for 6 months, but anyway.
I was like, would you sit on a cake?
Yeah.
Would I sit on a cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like,
Sure.
I think that needs to be
Who
in
wouldn't
there.
sit on a cake?
I'd sit on a cake right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd probably just eat it. I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm thinking about red velvet. I could do it. I'm like, can I eat some before you sit on it, mate? But honestly, thank you so much for coming on
Oh,
and
thank you
bearing
guys
it
for
all
having
with
me.
us.
It's been good.
It's been hilarious. I'm definitely going to have to put this one as explicit when I
Yeah, for
upload it.
sure.
I feel like we talk about so much of this kind of stuff though.
No, this one probably needs the warning.
This one takes the cake.
This one takes the cake, the red velvet cake. Cierra Stone, where can we find you on your socials if we are listening and we'd like to find you?
Like on Instagram.
Yeah. What's your Instagram handle? What's your podcast handle?
And
Tell us.
You have to like type my whole name into Instagram.
Oh, she's
'cause
been
I'm
shadow banned.
So shadow banned. Yeah, it's at Sierra_Stone_Perth.
Thank
Perfect.
you.
And you've also got your own potty.
Yeah, we've got our own podcast called Flappuccino. You guys have a quick minute to know what a Flappuccino
my
is?
I would love.
God.
What's a frappuccino?
It's when you rub your flap on someone's beer and give it to them.
Oh, I was picturing a nice cappuccino with the flaps on it.
Well, also you'd have like the beer on your the froth on your flaps.
No, you're like, do you want a Flappuccino? And they're like, what? I'm like, I'll rub my flap on it. And they're either like, no, or they're like, yeah.
Oh my
I'll
God.
take 2.
That's a new word for us.
Frappuccino.
Flappuccino. Would you like a flappuccino? I'm going to go buy you one.
I'll be right, mate.
Not for my own. I mean, it's short for cappuccino.
Not for my own. Mate. I'd rather have your flappuccino than somebody else's. I don't know where everyone else has been.
You can have Sierra's. It's okay.
I feel like we
Like
get
a
to know each
professional Flappuccino.
She's a professional flappuccino.
Okay, we've learned something new. You can listen to Sierra on her podcast. What is
Yes.
it? The Flappuccino?
Yeah.
Flappuccino.
That is the best name ever. I thought we should have thought of that.
Damn it, it's taken.
Is it copyrighted?
Oh.
No, I'm joking.
Anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
guys.
And in the meantime, always look after yourselves.
And take care of each other.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, mate, love that name. Fucking kill me now.